So this is day 3 of 7. So just coming onto your back to start with. Just relaxing the arms beside you. Allow the legs to be heavy. And just feeling down the backs of the arms, forearms, backs of the hands, and just feeling those other points of contact, the lower back, upper back, the head, moving all down the backs of the legs, heels, and just allow your body to melt just for these few moments. Just finding some peace and calm in stillness before we start today. And just feeling what it feels like to stop, to slow down, to be in your body. And just notice the thoughts. Are there lots of thoughts at once? Maybe the same thought going over and over. Maybe there's some spaces between each thought. Just notice. Just starting to deepen the breath now. Full belly breaths here. And just starting to bend up the knees. And drawing the knees in towards the chest. So knees in towards the chest. Just rocking from side to side. Just giving your back a nice massage. And then drawing the knees in even closer if that's available to you. And bringing your forehead in towards your knees. Elbows wrapped around the hands, or hands wrapped around the elbows. And then just releasing the feet down, coming onto the back body. We're going to place the palms down, weight into the feet. We're going to start to peel the lower, middle, upper back for bridge. So coming into a bridge pose and hold. Holding here for another 3, 2, 1, lowering down. So with your bridge pose, your feet are hip width distance, toes facing out in front, parallel line, and we want to be able to feel like our lower back isn't dropping down here. So really trying to bring the lower back up in line with the rest of the back. And just continuing to move through this bridge pose. So peeling the lower, middle, upper back. in that sequence. And then like sticky tape, lowering the upper, middle and lower back. So making this nice and smooth and slow. Just moving at your own pace for the time being here. And now we're going to count ourselves in, so moving up in 3, 2, 1. So coming up to the top, holding for 3, 2, 1. Lowering down for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top for 3, 2, 1. Lowering down 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lower, middle, upper back off the mat. Hold. Lowering down 3, 2, 1. Dropping down, just relaxing now. Relax the shoulders. And just moving into a windscreen wiper pose. So rocking the knees from side to side. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest again. Clasping the hands around the knees. Then start to rock back and forward. So you might have your hands on top of your knees. Or your hands around the back of your thighs. So I'm moving quite quickly here, but you can also slow this down. So slowing it down, or you can move faster. So just some back rolls here. Just another back massage, another way to do that. And then if you've got enough momentum, just see if you can come into a Balasana yogi squat from here. So your feet will be about mat width distance and you're going to roll up into a squat. So I'm in a squat here. My elbows are pressing out my knees. I might also have a block for support here. So just putting a block beneath the sitting bones. Or bring yourself up off the ground. And feeling the sensation either way in the groins. And if you're on a block, just removing the block, otherwise coming down onto your sitting bones. We'll take a boat pose from here. So starting to hinge your hips back in space. Raising one leg off the mat. This might be enough. Or alternatively, both legs off the mat. I've got my hands behind my thighs. Option to release the hands. Just finding the option that's best for you. Step 1, both feet down, hinging the hips back. Step 2, one leg off the mat. Step 3, both legs off the mat. And seeing if you can release the hands, step 4. Lowering the feet down. We'll come into a child's pose from here. So hips back to the sitting bones. I'm lengthening my arms forward. Allow the forehead to rest. And just allowing the belly to either rest on the thighs toes tucked, and I'm just sitting my hips back in space, lengthening my arms forward. Just having another 3 breaths here. When you're ready, just starting to walk your hands in towards your knees, more like a tabletop position, so hands are under the shoulders, but my knees are still at the width of the mat. I'm going to bring myself back a little bit, toes are still tucked, and then I'm going to start to hinge my hips forward. So I just shuffle my knees back slightly, hips forward, and then moving hips back towards heels. Hips forward, hips back. And now incorporating the breath. So inhale as I hinge the hips forward, exhale hinging the hips back. And just moving through this sequence. You might increase the pace of this, just bring some energy into the body. So rapid inhale and exhale. Full exaggeration of the pose as well. You can bring your hips all the way forward, hips as far back as is comfortable for you. Or you can really slow this down and really feel each inch of the pose as you move a bit slower. And really rolling the shoulders back as you hinge the hips forward. Allowing the collarbones to separate. Collarbones to open up. We'll just do one more here. And taking a child's pose. Rest. Getting ready to move. Pushing into the hands. Coming forward to tabletop. So I'm just bringing my knees a little bit closer. Hands underneath shoulders. And then however you get there, I'm just going to step my left foot just outside my left hand. Left foot just outside left hand. I can also use a block here just to bring up the hand from the ground. So I've got a bit more space to open up here. So we're going to open up to the side. So this is a forward lunge, modified opening up to the side here. So low lunge, opening up to the side. So I'm really drawing my shoulder back and I'm opening up my hand, getting the arm, hand back in space as much as possible. Option to look out to the side or looking up to the ceiling. If it's straightening the neck, looking up to the ceiling, just bringing the gaze in front of you or down. Lowering that hand down, tucking the back toes, removing the block if you had it. Lizard lunge here. So both my hands are between my left foot. And then option to explore here. So you can take your knee out to the side, Dropping the back knee at any time as well, if that becomes too much. Might hinge forward and back. And then dropping the back knee, low lunge, bringing the hands up overhead. Option to hinge the hips forward and back or staying still. On your next inhale, we're going to open up the arms, cactus. And draw the shoulders back, looking up to the ceiling. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, bring the arms down. So my hands are framing the left foot this time. Coming back into downward dog, so I'm tucking the back toes. However that left foot gets there, stepping back, downward dog. So pedaling out the feet here. I've got a slight bend in my knees, slight bend in the elbows. And my fingers are spread wide apart, gripping the mat. My feet are about hip width distance, maybe slightly closer. And really aiming to draw the hips back in space. Like someone had grabbed the sides of my hips and were pulling me back in space. Let's take a walk to the top of the mat. Taking small steps. Inhale, we'll come into a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raising up to the ceiling, arms come up overhead. Exhale, folding. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding again. Stepping back into plank. Lowering the knees, chest and chin, cobra. Drawing the legs together, weight out of the hands, peeling the front of the chest off the mat. Pushing into the hands, tucking the toes, downward facing dog through child's pose. Inhale, you're going to raise the right leg to the ceiling. Stepping the right foot in between the hands, however you get there, take a few steps. And then dropping the back left leg. I'm bringing my hand inside of my right foot. And then we're going to open up to the opposite side again. So low forward lunge, opening up to the side now. Option to have that block underneath that right hand. Just giving extra height to make that twist. Drawing that shoulder back in space. Ensuring we're not straining the neck here. So just allow the neck to come down or looking out in front of you. If you've got the space, bring the gaze up to the ceiling. Spreading the fingertips. And then lowering that left arm down. Block to the side. Tucking the toes. Downward dog. Inhale, left leg to ceiling. Bringing the left foot in between the hands. Warrior 2 from here. My right foot is on a 45-degree angle, windmilling the hands open. I'm drawing both hands out towards the side like a T shape. And I've got a generous bend in my front knee. Just checking to see that the front toes are facing forward and that back foot is on a 45-degree angle. that big toe facing in slightly. Inhale, we reverse the warrior. So bring the right hand to the back of the right thigh, left arm coming over, up to the ceiling or back behind you. Exhale, windmilling down, framing the left foot. High lunge from here. So a slight bend in my back leg. Bend in the front knee, arms up overhead. Or if the arms are feeling tired, just bring them back, palms facing down. Framing the front foot now, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to ceiling. Bring the right foot in between the hands. It's time opening up to warrior two to the left. Again, generous bend in the front knee. Back toes pointing in slightly. And just feeling that the back arm is at a similar height to the front arm. So often our left arm or back arm can drop in space here. Just see if you can bring it up to what feels like the same height, or maybe even checking. And really spreading the fingers here. Gaze over that middle finger, that point of focus, the drishti. Reverse the shape now, reverse warrior. Top hand comes up to the ceiling, back hand's on the back of the thigh, bend in the knee at the front. And then coming into a high lunge here, I'm just bringing my toes to face to the front of the mat, bend in the back knee. Framing the foot now, downward facing dog. Bending the knees, jumping or stepping to the top of the mat. I'm going to take a jump. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rooting to rise. Hands up overhead. Option for a back bend here. The back bend, your head comes back in space. Just as long as there's no pressure in the lower back. Exhale, folding. On the inhale, we're going to bring our right knee up to hip height, stork pose. And then we're going to see if we can take our right foot behind us, bending the left knee, warrior three. Just a little challenge. And then, slow as you can, bring that right knee in front of you, stork, lower mat leg down, relax. Feet together, palms open in front, Tadasana, mountain pose. Eyes can be closed here or soft gaze. Just softening the breath. Softening the body. It's all just a bit of fun, so just have fun with it. And then weight into the right foot this time. Stork pose on the left with the left knee raised. Arms can come up overhead. And then I'm just going to start to bring that left foot behind me. And then coming up into stork, left knee forward. Left foot behind me, I'm hinging my body forward, warrior 3. Stork pose, bringing my left knee up to hip height. Or it might be lower, just wherever you're at today. Drop that foot down, relax, relax. My feet are together, we're into Tadasana mountain pose. Palms open, heart open, shoulders back. Inhale, raising the arms. Exhale, fold and let it go. Bending the knees, belly on the thighs. And then just allowing the feet to widen a little bit. Ragdoll pose. So I've got my hands around my elbows. I'm just swaying from side to side. And then how you get there, just bringing the sitting bones onto the mat. Finding a cross-legged position or kneeling. Closing down the eyes, hands on the heart space. Just thank yourself for showing up today. As you take 3 breaths here with me, just breathing into the heart. So as you breathe in, send it to the heart. Deepening the breath. And wherever you are, just releasing the hands down. Opening the eyes. Hope you have a really nice day.